Okay, and we are back again. So, yep, that was the switch I was talking about. Yeah, so let me just get my chat up again here so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay. Alright, sorry about that, guys. That's just kind of, unfortunately, the situation I'm dealing with. But, yeah. So here we are. Room 3. Our choices are 18 or 33. We've already been to 33 today, twice. We've been to 18 once. Anyway, yes. Let me just check what was in 33, because I'm thinking that's the way we need to go. And what I wrote down last time was not... no, maybe not 33. Maybe it was 18. Let's see what was 18. The only reason I'm doing this is because these are rooms that we have been to before. Oh, okay. It was 18 and 13. Okay. So if we go through room 18, we can go back to room 13, and that will allow us to go back to some rooms that I think will get us back on the right track. N14I8 and 14E5 equals 41. No, I is 9, so 42. Like maybe if we go to room 9, then we can go to room 42. Well, we've been in 42 already. That's where we started. I don't know if 9 ends up with 42 though. I don't know. Yay, hello everyone. Thanks for coming back and finding me. I know it's kind of a pain having to like jump over to that stuff. Yeah, I want to wait because we had like at least 6 or 7 people, I think. I don't know if any of you have the... Okay. I need to change the name. Have the stream we just came off of open. If they're still over there, I don't know if you can tell them in chat that we're like over here now. Alright, well. Okay, so our options are 33, which seemed to be part of a loop with 736 and 33, versus 18, which did eventually lead us to other places. So I'm pulling for 18. If no one else is gonna throw out a different theory. Though I think, Bernie, are you inclined to go through room 9? I guess I shouldn't just presume that it is still an option. Alright, I think we're gonna go with 18 then. You vote for 9? I'm already in 18 though. Alright, so that was 3, and now we're in 18. Hey, Edward. Run where? Yeah, we have been here. We have been here. So 3 will take us back to where we just came from. 13 will lead us to a room where we'll have some options to go a different way. Yeah, there's lots of loops. There's definitely lots of loops. I'm trying to get us out of those loops. Which I feel like when we were at room 10, I don't think we were stuck in any loops yet. I don't think. So 3 is where we just came from. So if we go back to 3, then our only other option really is 9, room 9, which we haven't been to. And I know Bernie was kind of thinking maybe try that. Or we could do 13, which I know will lead us back to room 10. And I feel like that was more on track with what we were trying to do here. Okay. Alright, so let's just do 13 and then we can maybe try and figure out our way back from 10. Because I think that's where we want to go. Yeah. So it was here 13 and then 25 that we wanted to go. Here we go. So this was the room last time we were in this one, which was today. We went through 35, but if we go through 34, then we can make our way back to that path I'm trying to get us on. So let's just do that, since we've already been to 35 and that didn't get us anywhere yet today. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, 34. I was one page too far. Okay. So yes, maybe some of you remember this one from last time, huh? This was the yes, no, maybe room. I think we decided 25 was not good. 25 was came from. And there's room 10. Yeah, we obviously can't go through that one, doesn't have a number. Yeah. So I will just continue on to 10, and then we can discuss what our options are from there. Alright. So room 10. Some of you might remember this one. Yeah, maybe yes and no. We determined that the door that said yes was basically our guide in the story, trying to get us to go through that room. And we've determined that the guide is not to be trusted. He keeps trying to lead us on the bad path. So we decided against the yes room and decided to go for the maybe room. Oh, hi, Jokic. Good, I'm glad you made it back over. Yeah, we can take a nap here. There's the bed. Maybe we can even paint something. Go through this luggage. Maybe we'll find some nice jewelry or something. So, last time we were in this room, we have tried 41. And we have tried 14. So we've been through both of these doors. 34 is where we just came from. 14, I don't remember what options are in that room, but last time we ended up on a bad path when we went through 14. I mean, there could very well be doors. I think 14 might have been that room where everything was very large scale and had like a bunch of rat holes as doors, which I took as a very bad sign. 41 connects up with 35 and 33 and 3, which we've been to today. And we haven't been to 34. Oh yeah, we just came from 34. No. Yeah, so I don't know, 41 seems like it might be the way to go. We decided to do it because the paintbrush was pointing towards it and the umbrella was pointing towards it. Yeah, I know. I typoed the title of the live stream, and now it's Masa. Yeah, but I'm glad you guys found it anyway. I can't change it like once I'm already streaming. Yeah, I think 41 has probably multiple options, so, yeah. Maybe it has something to do with the clock meridian room that we had last time. The two brushes on the ladder look like a clock. Oh, yes, I can see that. I can see that. So, alright, I'm gonna say 41. Does anyone else have any particularly strong opinion on this one? Anyone? All right. Okay, 41. Let's back to room 1. So the last time we were here, we took 35. 10 will take us back the way that we were literally in just room 10. So that's not really going to do much. We know for a fact that 35, I know for a fact that 38 is a part of the trap. That was one of the rooms we were in. That was part of the bad loop that basically forces you into room 24. And we saw the bottom of this slide in that room too. So I feel like room 1, which is the very first room we start in, is sort of like a new start. We can go right to the very beginning and just start over and see if we can figure out something that works better from there. Unless, I mean, we've already been to room 35 and 10 just takes us right back to where we were. If you can't trust the guide, can you trust me? Well, you know, we did end up in the bad room last time. I've played this book many times on my own and I always end up in the bad room. Not because I want to, but we've fared way better as a group than I ever did alone, so, I don't know. I feel like that stands for something. Okay, it looks like everyone wants to restart. We'll go back to room 1. I mean, going back to room 1 is the most hopeful option here. Alright. So, how's my stream? Oh, it's kind of blurry, isn't it? Okay. Room 1. So the dialogue in this room, again, just to remind you guys, because sometimes there are clues in the dialogue. It says, the entrance hall of the maze. They looked carefully at the bronze doors, trying to choose. The uncertainty of visitors is one of my little pleasures. It's easy to get lost, I said helpfully. This can be a sinister place. The sun glared at me through the gateway. Something was ringing behind one of the doors. They spent some time trying to decide which door it was, not understanding that the silences of the maze are as eloquent as the sounds. Decisions, decisions, one said. Too many decisions. Story of my life, said another one. We don't want to be late, said a third, opening one of the doors. Nary a soul to be seen, said the first one, peering into the gloom. I waited patiently for them to choose. So, at the very beginning of our journey, we decided to go through this door, 26, with the teacup. It says Fable at the top. And, if I recall correctly, we ended up in the room where that ringing sound was actually coming from. It was like a bell. And which reminds me that one of the things about this maze is that there seems to be time loops in the maze. So there seems to be times when you're in a room and there are signs being left by ourselves from an earlier time or a later time. Our future selves basically are leaving signs for us along the way. It seems like that might be part of what's happening here. Yeah, so rooms we have not seen yet. We've already been to 41. I don't know if we've been to 21. Let me see here. It doesn't look like it. We haven't been to 21. And we have not been to 20. 41 is where we just came from. And 26 was the room that we chose first last time. Yes, one of the characters did say story, and there can be clues in the dialogue. So, you know, maybe 20. Yarn, yeah, that one definitely stands out. I mean, obviously these three words all mean the same thing. Room 20 would be new, okay? So we got a vote for 20 from Bernie, 20 from Rebel. Martin says 1790s. Was this the 90s? What do you mean was what the 90s? 90s where? Martin says 20. Yeah, there's a drum on room 20, which we did see a drum somewhere before. That's true. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about as far as the 90s go. I'm gonna turn to page 20. This book was made in like 83 or 85, like early to mid 80s. Yeah. Okay, new room, you guys. New room, new path, maybe. We have some new options here. Room 20. I am so sorry for the stream quality. That's very frustrating. But yes, so the dialogue here says, room number 20. The ringing stopped as soon as we entered. What is the matter now? I asked them. Too many animals for a proper house. They walked carefully around the edges of the room. I watched with an amused stare. I think by the wise old tortoise. Oh, sorry. I watched with an amusement that was shared by the tortoise. With backward looks and muttered comments about turtles, they left the room and entered. Okay, so let me just describe a bit what's going on here, because I know the image quality is a little less than ideal, but we have three options. Back to room 1 where we just came from. 27, which I don't believe we've been to room 27 at all yet. No, we have not. Or room 5, which also we have not been to at all yet. Interestingly enough, there's a table over here with a telephone, and the ringing we were hearing may have been this telephone, perhaps. Obviously, there's a giant tortoise in the middle of the room for some reason. There's a chair, a reading chair with a castle kind of figure resting on it. Somewhat looks like magazines on the floor that say extra S. S, there's 2 S's. SS. It says extra at the top. Room 27's door is standing open, and there's a picture of an arrow, like from a bow and arrow, an archery arrow. We see the bottom half. We don't see the top half. It's behind the door frame. On the wall over here is an image of a castle tower, just like this figure over here, except the top of it is opened up and there's lightning either coming out of it or striking down into it. It's It's an interesting image. And then we have this image in the middle. It is a profile of a man with a sultan type turban type hat on and a beard. And of course there's just like a giant rug in the middle of the room. You guys are split. Okay, Italian votes for 5, Edward votes for 5, Bernie votes for 5, Martin's undecided. Look on the floor, one looks like a 5. You're seeing these S's look like 5s. Does a double S mean Nazi? No, we do not know Dewey. Alright, so you guys said 5. We'll go with 5. Yeah. Okay. And here we are in our new room. Room 5. We've gone quite a ways now. So this says, the tree room. Are these real? They asked. I told them the trees were as real as anything else in the house, which isn't saying much. As this was an important decision, I encouraged them to take their time. After all, the more they think about the possibilities, the more choices they have to make. What were their chances of choosing wisely? 1 in 4? 2 in 4, perhaps? If I was generous about it. And why not be generous? There are 190 doors in this part of the house, counting the gate. Enough for everyone. Making a choice, they entered a very long, dark corridor and came to ... All right. So what's going on in this room? What you guys can see is there's 43, 22, 30, and 20, which we just came from room 20. There's a bunch of trees growing in this room that have no leaves, and a lot of their branches look like they've been hacked off. There's a board here on an easel with 3 full words and 1 half word. So this is what it says. Forthwith, forthright, fourth word, ward, W-A-R-D, fourth blank. So we're supposed to maybe figure out forthwith, forthright, fourth word, fourth, I don't know. Fourth word? You want everyone to unpack? Is this your favorite room, Edward? There's a tiny flower on the floor over here. It's like a little blossom just all by itself on the floor. There's some long steps that lead up to all of the doors. 22 is slightly open with a drawing of what looks like maybe a castle on it. 43 is standing slightly more open. Door 30 is closed. So let's see which ones we've been to and which ones we haven't. We have been to 43, and I have that one marked as being a part of the bad loop, as a part of the trap. So I wouldn't suggest that one. It looks like we have not been to 22, nor have we been to 30. So either one of those could be good. 22, 30. Okay, Bernie says 22. Fourth. No. Fortress. No. 22, 22. Alright then. 22 it is. Is it because I had a picture of a castle on it? Alright, 22. Okay. I am thinking this is not a good room, and I'll tell you why. 38 and 43 are both rooms that I have marked as being a part of the trap. And those are our only options in this room, unfortunately. So 22, okay. It says, a gaudy room that reminded me of a theatrical backdrop. Places like this are overdone for my taste, but some people like the exotic. Well, everyone's a critic. It's true, I am by nature extremely critical. Although my life is a lonely one, I have not spared any of my guests the rigor. We all have our roles to play. This is not a bad place, really. One could spend quite some time here. However, in their resistive way, the group moved on to... yeah, there's a lot going on in this room. So, there's a series of doors, but only 2 have numbers. Each doorway has curtains in it. Some are open. This one is closed. It is an octagonal room, so it has 8 sides. This chair in the middle also has 8 sides and a pitchfork laying across it. There are boards here on the columns. The first one has a scale that is leaning to the left. The second one has a tail, like a donkey's tail, maybe. This one says from the bottom, reading from the bottom to the top, woman's jewelry. And this one has an H plus 2 zeros or 2 O's underneath that. Not that any of that really makes sense, and not that any of that's gonna save us at this point, because I think we're screwed. 39 would be new? Oh yeah, it's not 39, it's 38, unfortunately. Oh wait, 38, yeah, that rhymes. I tried it again, like in the stage room. Yeah, that devil's pitchfork. Maybe that wasn't such a good sign originally. Or now. I wouldn't call that a pitchfork. A pitchfork has 4 picks. Yeah, like a farmer's pitchfork to like scoop up hay. It does look different than that. We would refer to this as a pitchfork, like we call it a pitchfork. It's like a devil's pitchfork. That's what we call it here. We don't call it a trident unless it's being associated with like Poseidon or something. But I think in this case it's being associated with the devil, so like in the US anyway, we would call it just a pitchfork, a devil's pitchfork. Oh, okay. Bye, Edward. Well, I think we're just about found our way back to our doom room. So, yeah, we'll catch up with you next time. Thanks for joining. Alright, guys, so which way to our doom? If we take 43, it'll be slightly longer. If we take 38, it'll be a little quicker. Has anyone told you about the stream name yet? Yeah, no, they pointed out to me. I can't change it, unfortunately, now that I'm streaming. I was, it's, yeah, so I'll probably, I'm obviously going to change the name once it posts as a video. Hey, I like masa. Masa is delicious. Tamales are made out of masa. And tamales are amazing. They're one of my favorite things to eat, so. I'm making myself hungry now. It's a good thing we're almost dead. And I can go eat something. Alright guys, so let's just get this over with, shall we? Because, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be good. 43 or 38? Which one is it? It's the most pointless coin toss, I think, we could have ever done in this maze, probably. 43 on the left, 38 on the right. There's a lantern hanging in the middle. I think this means water, H2O. H plus 2O equals water. There's eight sides to this room, the way that like a stop sign here in the US has 8 sides. And we did see that stop sign earlier, which I think meant something bad. So yeah, I think that's just another sign that we've gone the wrong way. Okay, we're gonna go through 38. The sooner we die, then the sooner we can, I don't know, just restart, right? So 38. We can go back to 22, which we were just in. We can go to 43, which is also a part of the trap. Or we can go to room 40, which is also part of the trap. Yep, so this is 38, right? That's the bottom of that slide that we saw earlier. And the little monkey. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. "22 is the room we just came from, and it only gave us options for this room or 43. Yeah, we were in 40 last time, and 40 was a part of the trap. I mean, the thing is like, I'm 100% certain we are in the trap now, so it doesn't really matter what we choose. We can go back and forth through rooms indolently, avoiding room 24. But we're not going to be able to get out. We're not going to be able to get out of this trap. I'm thinking 22 is a part of the trap as well. Yeah, because we just came from that room, and then this leads there. But that room only gives us these so yeah, it's we're stuck in a loop trap now, and the only way out is to die and start over. Unfortunately. Alright, so 22 is just going to take us through the loop. 43 will take us through the loop. 40 will take us to our doom quicker. I think you guys are stalling now because you don't want a bad room, and I totally get that. But it's like pulling off a band-aid, you know? It's like the quicker you just get it over with, the quicker you can return back to a better place where we were faring better, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know what this means. It's a monkey's profile, like an ape, and it has a little arrow pointing to his nose, which is weird because it says C, but then it's like pointing to his nose. So I have no idea what that's supposed to mean, but I do know for a fact that this is our hope has run out. That's what all of this probably means. Martin, this is not something I say every day, but let's die. Alright, let's take 40 since this will make it quicker. At least we'll get to maybe see some cool stuff along the way, right? So 40. I'm making a note to myself here that room 5 I think was actually good. A good room, but we just chose the wrong door. But if we start next time in room 5 or room 20, I think we might be able to get back on track. So here we are, room 40, with all these weird hieroglyphs carved into the wall. It says, the foundation of the maze, deep underground stones had been carved and fitted. Passages opened in the natural rock. These symbols are quite unusual, I said. They seem to be primitive signs. Do you know what signs they are? Some man said, oh, you know, wind and water, hills and planets. I was surprised that he could identify any of the symbols, but I was relieved that he couldn't read them correctly. Yeah, so here we are. 38 is a trap. 6. Interestingly enough, I don't think we've been to room 6. And 11, which 11 is that rat room, the room with the rat cage, and it's like got that giant button in the middle. So interestingly enough, we have not actually been to room 6. If you guys want to try that, who knows? Maybe good, maybe it won't make a difference. I mean, it certainly can't hurt at this point. You mean if we go to room 6 we might stay alive? Well, we'll definitely stay alive for at least one more turn. This room looks like we are on the cliff already. Okay. I'm gonna turn to 6. Yeah, let's go to 6. I'm pretty sure we haven't been there. Okay. There we go. 6. We have not been here. But unfortunately, it is actually a dead end. It doesn't do anything except go right back to the room that we were in. Unfortunately. Yeah. But let's read the dialogue and see if any interesting information comes to light. So it says, a gloomy cave-like place far underground, even that hung over our heads. A very small hole, high above, admitted a feeble light. Standing in the light, one of them put his hand out. I think it might be raining out there. They didn't like the look of this place. You continue to judge everything by the way it looks, I cried, exasperated by their timidity. I knew I shouldn't have said anything. If you think of all the deceptions practiced in my family, particularly on my father, we went down the only way open to you. Room 40, obviously, because that's the only way we can go. But, so our guide is talking about playing tricks, and I think we already kind of knew that this guy was full of crap, so, but the notice here says something, let me see. It says, important notice, all those who are visiting this house must be aware the individual represent himself as the something is no other than the blank. So chunks of this are written out, or sorry, ripped out. So it's saying the individual presenting himself as the blank is actually the blank. I'm assuming that that's referring to our guide. And someone wrote a notice warning us that the guide is not who he presents himself as. But it looks like probably the guide himself just ripped off those chunks to obscure what's going on. Alright, so back to room 40. We've bought ourselves some time here, but yeah, we unfortunately, like I said, we're in the trap. We are trapped like rats. So now we know that both 6 and 40 are also a part of the trap loop. 22 and 6 and 38. 40 and 11 all seem to be part of the trap. And of course 24. Alright. 38 will buy us some time. 6 will buy us some time. 11 will get this over with. Stop torturing us, you guys. Come on. Just rip the band-aid off already. I haven't been to room 8, but there's no room 8 as an option. There's 38. This is 38. Yeah, no, I don't think there's any hidden numbers. I don't think that that's how the book is designed. I think you're supposed to navigate just straightforward through the numbers the way you're supposed to and figure out that way. Yeah, our guide is definitely trying to trap us, and he seems to have been successful this time. Yeah, no, we've been through these pages on our last session, so maybe choose room 27 in room 20 next time. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking next time we can pick back up from room 20 or room 5, because those seem to be good, and make sure we just don't choose 22, because that was what got us here. Prime numbers, okay. I want a new guide too. 22 was the noose. That's true. That's very true. Okay, guys, I'm going to take us to room 11. And I'm going to, end this mercifully, because we are really tormenting ourselves here. Alrighty, room 11. Oh yes, the rat room. The ultimate message here. Oh man, I would seriously ring the hell out of that bell right now. So yes, here we are, room 11. As you can see, it leads to room 40, which is again part of the same trap loop. And our end here, room 24. Yes, Martin, room 24 will be new for you, so at least you'll be getting something out of this. You want to stare death in the eyes? Funny you should mention eyes. Because there are definitely plenty of eyes to look at in room 24. The place of unlimited darkness. Where are the doors? They asked nervously. We can't see any doors. Be careful where you step, said a cold voice. This spot is taken. Dozens blinked at us in the Stygiant gloom. By the time my uncertain visitors turned to ask me what to do, I had already left, and I was far away. There are no doors, said a voice. You are here with the rest of us now. Even my bellowing laughter couldn't fill this place. Game over, guys. I mean, I think we did pretty good, though. We definitely saw a lot of new rooms. I think we have a much better idea of where the good path is and what rooms to definitely avoid, in addition to, obviously, 24. R.I.P. Masa. No, not the Masa. Such a be careful what you wish for. And yes, we're dead again. So, but we got through. I mean, so here's what we did last time. Here's what we did this time. I mean, we got through a lot more rooms. And we definitely figured out that 20 and 5. 20 was the first room that we chose from room 1. And I think that that was actually the right choice. Because that tortoise, I think the tortoise is a part of the tortoise and the hare story and is a sign that we're on the right track, right? So I think we should pick up from 20 or 5 next time, and hopefully that will fare a little better. But hey, it's a process. But I think we're doing pretty awesome. Do you have time for a restart? Oh, right now? Well, no, because my batteries on this device are gonna die too. You think room 20 was a poor choice, Bernie? Why is that? You guys really want to do a restart now? Okay, well, I guess I do have some battery left. I could maybe just take us back to room 20 if you guys want to do that, and just see how far we get before my battery dies. Just gung-ho it. I don't think 20 leads to the loop. This is what happened. So 20 was the first room we chose. And then we chose 5. In room 5, I recall, we did have multiple choices besides 22, but we chose 22, which definitely was a part of the trap. So I've underlined these numbers as being a part of the trap. But I think from either room 20 or 5, we might be able to figure it out. Yeah, Martin, I can't charge my phone device and have my mic plugged into it at the same time because it uses the same port on the device. Yeah. So I wish I could just charge it and use the mic at the same time, but I can't, unfortunately. But you know what? Since you guys are still here, I think somebody left. Was it Edward that left? I feel bad, because if we continue, then like someone's gonna miss out. Alright, let's just wrap it up then, and we'll pick up from 20 and 5. And yeah, I know it can be frustrating. That's kind of just a part of the process, though, you know. It is a very, very challenging maze, a very challenging puzzle. So yeah, we might have to die, you know, a few times before we find the correct path. Yeah, that's kind of just how it's designed to happen, you know? Okay, well, I'm sorry I keep going back and forth. Okay, I'm not gonna do a full restart, but just so that we can determine what 20 and 5, what's going on there, let's just take a peek at room 20 and room 5. Just if we could see if we can sort out where we got on track or where we got off track. So here was room 20. That was the first room that we chose coming off of room 1 from the very beginning. And we went with room 20. Or sorry, we went with room 5. We did not choose 27, and we have not been... Oh no, we have been 27. We have been to 27. And that was a part of some other kind of loop that we did the very first time. So that's why I think 5 is still a choice. That's why we went with that one. In room 5... we went with 22. And we know 43 is bad. So 30 was the one I'm strongly inclined to say that we should have gone here. But of course, you know, there were other rooms to choose in the very beginning, not just room 20, that may be good or something else, right? But yeah, that's just my thoughts as far as maybe starting from room 20 and 5 versus starting over from 1 and going a different way for next time. We're gonna have to wrap it up this time, just because, yeah, the battery and you know, I think it's good to take a break. I thought 27 was new, but I'm looking at my note from last weekend, and it looks like we did go to room 27. And it looked like it was a part of, like, we went from room 13. Oh, here, I'll just show you what I'm looking at here. So this is from last time. we were in room 13. And then we went to 27 here. And then we went back to room 13, which to me says that 27 was some kind of dead end. Yeah. So I think that would make sense. Yeah, thanks for joining, guys. I had a great time. We can talk more about it next time. Maybe you guys can watch the replay and figure something out that we didn't figure out along the way. Yeah, you're welcome, guys. This was really fun. And again, I do so much better with a group of people helping as opposed to on my own. So yeah, I think this was good. Alright, everyone, I think it's time for me to eat something. And my battery's dying anyway, so thanks for joining me. I will post on my Facebook page when the next session will be. I'll probably just stick with a Saturday, midday kind of time bracket, since that seems to work for you guys. And yeah, so just keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you guys next time.